Why do I live in this world? This simulation, it sucks. Exit. Exit. Control Alt Delete. Hey guys and girls, you people of the only two genders that actually exist. Everyone else, fuck you. I missed a couple of weeks because I had to fill in at one of my other jobs for people that just decided they don't want to come to work anymore because it is easier to suck the government's teeth and collect that unemployment. You know who you are and you know you suck. I actually like this job and I did not want to see my boss struggling any more than she has to keep the business going for lack of staff. So I took it for the team and had to neglect my video stuff. It's okay, I'm just getting started. So this report is going to be a bit longer, but that's okay. A lot of crazy stuff happening. We will be looking at Chris Chan, a social media influencer who nobody knew about until he was arrested for raping his mother. Obama's birthday party, very problematic and basically what red pills are made of. The New York vax mandate, and it has its own super racist vaccine rep.
Vaccine, you got the vaccine, they got the vaccine, we got the vaccine.
And woke athletes literally being losers at the Olympics. So let's get the cringier story out of the way. The Chris Chan thing. This is really gross. Nobody really wants to talk about this, but it's happening, and it is good to have some context before this guy is turned into a hero of clown world. I first heard this story from Jeremy from The Quartering, which is a great and big YouTube channel I highly recommend. So this Chris Chan person is an autistic social media influencer who also is trans, so sometimes he goes by Christine. I had no idea who he was until he was on the news for being arrested for, get ready for it, raping his 80-year-old mother. Hold on. This guy got a following online because he plagiarized the Pokemon and Sonic cartoon brands and created a queer cartoon called Sunny Chew, and apparently that made him internet famous. Plus, he does a lot of gross stuff and shares it online. No, I will not tell you what he does. I have not looked at his queer cartoon and I do not intend to. The point of this story is that this sad character became mainstream news only once he raped his own mother. I am going to approach this from a different angle from what other creators did. And I am going to ask you this. On a very serious note, can you see how far are crazy people willing to go to get attention? Think on that for a bit. Take some time. Don't go to the cry closet. That's too much. Also, the most disturbing fact about researching this bucket of gross was that when I Googled it, the first thing I found was this. This article refers to Chris Chan, the perp, as a woman, and yeah, he was also put in a women's prison. Seriously, this simulation is glitching and I want out. Now, the top article on a Google search did not mention any of the really gross behaviors this creature engages in online. In fact, it appears to have a tone that is somewhat protective of his behavior. Well, I hope some of those women he's in prison with will treat him with the famous hospitality that all inmates always offer to child molesters in jail, but I hope they supersize it because he molested his mother. Let's talk about Obama's very problematic birthday party. The saying, rules for thee but not for me, is probably trending because of this infamous bacchanal from hell, just as many states were signaling on legacy media that the coof is mutating and the pandemonium is upon us again. And the Fauci clone was again telling everyone to wear masks on masks even if they took the jabby jab. 700 of the ruling members of the elites retired to a private island to celebrate the birthday of a known useful idiot to their cause. And they drank and danced and smoked the weeds. And not one mask was in sight and no social distancing either. But they're sophisticated people, so apparently that is okay for them. But not for you, plebs. We are supposed to wear all of the masks and get all of the jabby jabs and stay home while they live life, right? Nope. I am not a medical professional, but I suggest you do as they do. Be sophisticated and do whatever you want. Hey, I watched The Secret. It says that you should act as if you already are what you want to become. I don't really want to be an elite lizard person. I like my humanity. But I am going to use that ideology to go about my life with no mask, no jab, and anything else I want to do. I am not going to smoke any weed though. I hate the smell. It's gross. Lizard people are gross too. Next, New York City is implementing a jab mandate. The citizens of New York will need to be jabbed to go to gyms, restaurants, and to many places of work. This is super racist because 70% of black people have not taken any jabs. I wonder why. Does Cody experiment, anyone? Google it if you want to know. I'm not your Google, but it's okay. They made a song for it, so they will comply. You ready for this?
The vaccine, you got the vaccine, they got the vaccine, we got the vaccine. We can get back to normal, let me inform you, let's all get the vaccine. It's about community immunity. I'm talking unity for you and me. If Doc says it's good, then trust me, it's good. Now let's all get the vaccine. All right, time for us to trust and not debate. The vaccine, believe it's safe to take. 9 out of 10 people won't get sick. That's 90% effective and legit. This COVID thing is real and it will find you. It's killing our people, let me remind you. Vaccines, they work to trigger immunity. 2 shots, we got antibody security. We gotta act now, no need to wait.
Are you still there? I know. When I watched that, I almost abstained myself too. I hope you didn't. So let's move on. The actual science makes it quite clear that the jabby does not actually provide immunity against the coof. It only reduces the severity of symptoms. It also has severe side effects, such as myocarditis, and a lot of people have actually kicked the bucket right after taking the jabby jab, allegedly. Especially young males. Alleged young males. Let's put this in a wee bit of perspective. Most anti-disease jabs take years to develop. This one was rolled out in months. The Wu flu in question has a mortality rate of less than 1%. Most people that get it recover. The risk for children and even adults that are healthy is even less. The idea of a state imposing mandates to get people jabbed with an experimental drug with lethal side effects for a disease that barely kills anyone is like saying that we all should line up in front of a firing squad because only 1 in 100 of the people firing at us actually have bullets, while the sophisticated people get a pass on all of it. Same goes for the masks that we all know do nothing but hide half of your face and dehumanize you. And the only people happy about this are the really ugly ones. So people on the hard left. Side note, I went to a few stores today that said you have to have a mask, and I did not have one, and nobody challenged me, because leftists are pussies. I'm like 120 pounds, 5'5", but I do have that icy stare, because I'm Russian. They did not try, bitches. And to finish, woke athletes are literally losers at the Olympics. Yay, because they suck. This makes me super happy. I used to be a big fan of the Olympics back in the day when this was actually a trial by fire for the best athletes out there. Now apparently the Olympic Games are a shell of themselves because athletes that quit get praised for being stunning and brave, like the elite gymnast that suddenly got the twisties. Bitch, please. How do you think Nadia Comaneci felt about that when she conquered Olympic gold while under the rule of a communist dictator in Romania? Let's watch a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, first time in the history of the sport, a perfect 10 at the Olympic Games.
And no gymnast has achieved that perfection more than Romania's Nadia Comaneci. In the 1976 Olympics, she became the first girl to score a perfect 10.
You have to try to exclude everything that's going on. The only way I could do that was to just focus, and that was not easy. You have to train that to be able to not see anything that's going on. Driven towards something that I wanted to be the best, and I didn't know exactly what that was. It happened to be gymnastics.
It was a time of great political upheaval in Romania. The carazy were under pressure as their gym was financed by dictator Nicolae Ceausescu's government. Results were expected.
When you're a kid, somebody's got to give you a direction. Sometimes you like it, some people like it, some don't.
She wanted to be a winner. She wanted to be the best. She was almost perfect. And the way how she was performing surprised everybody at that time.
I did okay.
Nadia confirmed her status in the opening days of the competition. As she prepared for the asymmetric bars, she was about to change the face of women's gymnastics forever. Nadia received 7 perfect 10s. At just 14, she'd made history. Gold medals on the beam and asymmetric bars were followed by her inevitable crowning as Olympic all-round champion.
What we are seeing here, it's unhuman. It's out of ordinary.
And yes, mental health is important, but don't use it as a cop-out. You should have prepared yourself better. Some other athletes in the Olympics decided to make a joke of this event as well. Thankfully, some chose to be winners and be proud of their country. And I am so happy they are actually winning. You're our hope, and all of us Americans thank you. Especially shameful is the American women's soccer team that almost in its entirety took a knee for the national anthem and then took a huge loss. Actual women are also pissed off because now we have no reason to spend money at Victoria's Secret because they fired all of the cute girls that made us aspire to be better, more fit, and more tan. Well, I have never had a problem with that. But now they are going to have a purple-haired weirdo loser as a spokesperson. No. Can we go back to this? There's a proper woman of color we all want to emulate, at least while we are trying to wear sexy underwear. I guess I'll go buy my sexy things elsewhere. Victoria's Secret, you're canceled from my credit card. Anyway, that's all I have for this report. Please make sure to check out my other videos, such as the relevant Elevant op-ed pieces and the short videos, and the Elevant only videos that are just highlights of positive, beautiful things to help us stay sane in an insane clown world. Please subscribe to the channel, but also do it on Odysee and Rumble, because you know YouTube is on the way to MySpacing itself. And alt media is where it's at. You know it and I know it. And I love you. Bye. See you next time.